Is everybody ready to get started?
Yep.
All right, let's go. Let's start out in easy pose. So sit cross-legged. I'm just gonna tune in a little bit. So let's warm up our hands, put them at heart center. Take a nice deep breath in. Fill up the chest, fill up the belly, hold for 5, and release slowly. Let's do that again. Deep breath in, fill up the chest, fill up the belly, hold for 5, and release. Take a couple minutes. Go ahead and set an intention for your practice today, whether it be compassion, flexibility, forgiveness, empathy. You can think about anybody that has been suffering or has suffered. If there's anything that you need to let go of, now's the time. You're in this moment now. You're here today. You're sharing your moment with me, and I appreciate it. Nice deep breath in. Fill up your chest, fill up your belly. Hold it for 5, and release. Let go, bring your hands to your knees. And we're gonna do some seated cat-cows just to get it started out. So we're gonna inhale, puff out your chest. Put your chin to the ceiling. And exhale, round out the back. Bring the belly button to your spine. And exhale, release. Big inhale. And exhale. Big inhale. Warming up your spine here. Exhale. Don't worry about what happened yesterday. Don't worry about the groceries or the toilet paper you have to buy tomorrow. Just move at your own pace here, whatever feels comfortable to you. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Come to neutral. Straight spine. And we're going to go ahead and do a couple spinal twists. So take your right hand to your left knee. Take your left hand up, if that helps, and back. Stretch in, breathe in. Nice deep breath in. Release, hold the pose. Deep breath in, deepen that stretch. Exhale, release to neutral. Take your left hand to your right knee. Right hand up and back if that helps you. Deep breath in. Exhale. Deep breath in, deepen that stretch just a little bit. And exhale, come to neutral. We're going to go ahead and do some neck rolls. So on the inhale, we're going to start at the right inhale. All the way to the left, exhale, back. Inhale. And exhale, release some of that tension that's been in your shoulders. Let go of the stressful day. check in with your spine. Make sure your back is straight even though you are moving your neck. Deep breath in and exhale. One more on this side. Deep breath in and exhale. Come to neutral and let's go the other way. Deep breath in on the left. Exhale on the right. All the way back. Again, just take a minute. Check with your spine. Make sure it's straight even though you are moving your neck. Inhale. And exhale. You might hear some crackling, which is just perfectly fine. If you do feel any tension, maybe pause in that section for a minute. Just hold it there. It's your body, it's your practice. Do what makes you feel comfortable. If at any moment there's a posture that's too much, just pause. All right, come to neutral. I want to take a minute and do a breathing exercise. It's more of a Kundalini thing, but I feel like I need it today for some reason. So I want your shoulders up, back, and down. And I want your fingertips in the front of your shoulders and your thumb behind. And we're going to take a deep breath in on the left and exhale on the right. I just want to wake up our spine a little bit today. And when you're doing this movement, you want to kind of just let your neck follow around with your shoulders. Ten more seconds, and then we'll go to the other side. All right, so just take a second. Feel how you feel. Feel that prana running through your body. All right, so when you're ready, again, the posture. And start on the right side and breathe out on the left. If there's anything a little more intense that you need to let go of, you can go ahead and use an audible breath. Sometimes that helps me. More seconds. And release. Just pause for a second. Feel how you feel. I'm going to do another warm-up exercise, so if you wouldn't mind getting on your knees. Sitting down on your ankles, feet. I want you to interlace your fingers. Now, it depends on how you feel today. Feel a little more dominant. You want your right side, right? Feeling you need less of that. Use your left hand on top. And we're just going to do, I just want to do this for me, it's gratitude. If it's more of a prayer for you, then that's good too. Or just to kind of ignite your intention, I just want to take it down on the exhale. And inhale, bring it up. And I want you to stretch it out. And then bring it back down on the exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Gratitude for your health. Happiness with your family. The love you have for yourself. And the love you have for others. Exhale. And exhale. We're going to do one more. And I want you to pause at the top and just feel that stretch through your spine, through your lumbar, through your thoracic. And exhale, release into child's pose. And pick the child's pose that best suits you. If you want, just as you are like this, and more passive. I always like mine extended. It helps my hips. Mine's a little more active. I like my arms out. It's your body, it's your practice, whatever feels right for you. Take 5 breaths here and just relax. Be grateful for your body, your strength. All right, on the exhale, I want to go into our first downward dog of the day. Since it is your first, go ahead and do any organic movements that feel good to you. Check in with your palms. You want your fingertips to give you the most support there. You want your sternum down towards the ground, your hips up, your feet down. And you can walk your dog for a minute. Whatever feels right for you, curling your toes or even swishing your hips around a little bit just to check in. It's always good. Take a couple more deep breaths here. Feel happy for the strength of your feet, hands. All right. Should inhale deep. And we're actually going to go into a chaturanga. So get your elbows close to your ribs. Lower down slightly, not all the way. And back up into upward facing dog or cobra, whichever feels better to you. And your back. And exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale, chaturanga, up dog, and we're going to do that about 5 to 6 times. So find a rhythm that's good for you. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, chaturanga, up dog. Exhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, chaturanga. And if you need to take a break, take a break. You can always rest in child's pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, chaturanga. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. I think we have one more. Inhale, chaturanga. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just take a couple breaths here real quick. Check in. Nice deep breath in, and I want your right leg up to the sky. And you can stack it. Flex your foot. Look forward and exhale. Bring your right foot to the front of the mat. We're in a high lunge here. So I want you to just check your position. Make sure your foundation is sturdy. And we're going to go into high lunge. Exhale, plant your hands down. And take your right arm up to the sky for a stretch. Spinal twist. Exhale, plant that hand. Go ahead and bend your left knee, soften it down. Check your foundation, make sure you're sturdy. Go into low lunge. Exhale, lower the hands down to the mat. Go into a runner's lunge. And let's do another twist on this side. So right arm out to the sky. Nice deep breath in here. Exhale, release. And back to plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. To downward facing dog on the exhale. Nice deep breath in. Let's do the other leg. So take your left leg up to the sky. Stack your hips. Flex your foot. And on the inhale, look forward and plant the left foot. Check your foundation is good here. When you're ready, high lunge. Exhale, plant the hands. Spinal twist, so left hand up to the sky. Exhale, plant the hands. Soften your right knee down. Check your foundation and low lunge. Exhale, release the hands to the mat. Spinal twist, so left hand up in the air. Exhale, back to plank. And you can do a chaturanga, or if you need a break, you can go ahead and do child's pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, take just a minute here. We're gonna take the right leg up. And we're gonna go into pigeon. So if you've never done pigeon before, you wanna bring your right leg in the front here. Take your left leg back, and you might need to adjust your hips slightly, however it feels good to you. I have to go up first and then bow down, sinking into my hips. We'll stay here for about 5 breaths. So if you're comfortable on your forearms, just do that. That's a nice stretch. Your hips. Or you can go down to your forehead. If you want a little more intense stretch. Just check in with your foot on the right side and make sure it is flexed. One more nice deep breath here. And when you're ready, come up on the exhale on your forearms. So listen to this. I want you to get on your hands, and I want you to take that right leg and pivot it around slightly. And when you do that, you're going to need to move up your left hip a little bit so your hips are square here. And you want to make sure your right foot is flat down. What we're doing here is I want to stretch the psoas muscle a little bit. So if you need like a pillow or something underneath here to help you, I want you to go ahead and do that. But I want you to kind of in like you do in lizard pose, where you have your hands on the inside of your leg here, and just stretch slightly here for a second. If you need to move your calf muscle on your right side out just a little bit, just to deepen that stretch on the right side, do that. It shouldn't be anything very intense, but you should definitely feel it. You need to puff out your chest just slightly, do that. One more deep breath here. And to come out of this, I want you to exhale and take your right hand on the outside of your right leg. And we're going to bring the left leg forward. Sit on that for just a second. And take your hands behind your back and stretch out your chest. Inhale, exhale. Come to all fours, into a plank, and just kind of stretch it out slightly. Lower that plank slightly into an upward facing dog. Exhale into downward facing dog. All right, so take the left leg up. We're going to plant it down in front of us. Check to make sure that your hip is slightly moved back and forward when you're ready, and your left foot is flexed. Puff out your chest slightly. Now you might find that one side you can sink deeper than the other side, and that's completely natural. And when you're ready, on the exhale, lean into your forearms. If that's comfortable for you, if that's enough of a stretch, stay there, please do. If you want a little more, you can always go down to the mat, your forehead. This should feel like a nice stretch. You shouldn't feel any tension or pinching. If you feel any pinching in your back, breathe into it. Pull the navel closer to your spine. Two more breaths here. Great. And on the exhale, come up to your forearms. Bend the palms. Lift up slightly with your left leg moving, or sorry, your right leg, moving your left leg back into almost a seated. Move your calf muscle over if you have thick ones like me. Finding that stretch where your hips are square and your hands are beside your left leg on the inside. One more deep breath in and exhale. Come up to slide that one forward, come up to a little seated. Move your hands to the back. Stick out your chest, stretch it out just a little bit. Into all fours. And then go into a plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Inhale and exhale, downward facing dog. Nice work. Hang out here just for 3 breaths or so. Check in with your body. Where are your fingertips gripping the mat? Can you feel your sternum going to the ground? Where are your hips? Where are your feet? Can you get your pads all the way down to the ground? All right. Inhale and exhale. And get on your tippy toes and walk to the front of the mat. Go to a flat back. Check in with it. This should be pretty active. Check your shoulders, check your biceps. Deep breath in and exhale. Forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. See how deep you can get into this fold. Feel it in the hamstrings. All right, on the next inhale, root to rise. Hands at prayer. Exhale. Again with your shoulders, toes. Deep breath in. You can swan dive or midline dive down. Forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward pose. So balance. Get your wigglies out. And you can do a short tree or a medium tree or a tall tree. If you need assistance, that's fine. Just check in with your hips, make sure they're square and that your knee doesn't sprawl out. And you can find a tree point, something to stare at. Don't look at Lori because you might lose your balance. When you're ready, you can have a cactus. However you want your arms. Pretend you're a ballerina. Or if you're Jeff, you're Ganesh. And sway in the wind. Plant your foot. Go back to a very active mountain pose. Feel the difference. When you're ready, get your sillies out. Find a balance, find a drishti. Again, short tree, medium tree, precocious tree. Again, it's always nice to check in with your hips and your knee. And exhale, release. We're going to go on to the right leg into an eagle pose. So when you're ready, take your right leg over your left. And if you are so lucky to bind it and twist it around the other one, good for you. If not, that's okay too. You can leave it here if that's good, or just even here. You can even prop it up here if you'd like. And take your right hand over your left, interlace it. Find a drishti. You want your elbows and your shoulders aligned. And we're going to be brave eagles, and we're going to dip down using our abdomen. And the strength of our leg. Go back up. I think we can do 3 of those. Let's try again. 2. And 3. Release. Might have to shake the wigglies out on that one. When you're ready, take the left leg or the right. Left hand in front of the right. And release it. Some balance might be better on one side than the other, and that's fine. And let's dip down. Rely on your breath. It's number 3. And release. Shake it out a little bit. Okay, we're going to go back down to the floor for a little bit. Straighten out your legs. for our seated forward fold. Nice erect spine, nice deep breath in, and exhale, go as far as you can. You can only go to your knees, that's fine. Calves, your ankles are all the way. Nice deep breath in, hold further. Deep breath in, go just a little bit deeper. One more deep breath here. Exhale, release. All right. Take your right leg over your left leg. Want your foot right next to your knee. We're going to do another spinal twist here. Take your left arm over your right. Inhale and twist. Look over your right shoulder. Nice deep breath in. Exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale. Deep breath in. And exhale. Just release that. Switch legs. So your left leg next to your right. On the inhale, wrap your arm around your leg. Exhale, twist. Deep breath in. Deepen just a little bit further into that stretch. One more. Exhale. All right, you can release that leg. Lie flat. And then I want you to take your feet right. Bend your knees and put your feet right behind your bottom. And we're going to go into a small bridge. Just bring up your pelvis. Hold it there. Feel the strength of your legs, your thighs, the strength in your feet. Lay your hands flat by your side. Deep breath in. Release. And go down to the ground. And then, like we did last week, I want to bring the hips up and the arms back. So a motion like this. Inhale, hips up, arms up. Exhale, release it down, but just kind of hover. Deep breath in, hips up, arms back. And exhale. Deep breath in. Hips up, arms up. And then exhale. Deep breath in. Arms up, hips up. And just check in with your legs. Make sure your knees are close together like a magnet. Exhale, release. Make sure you can still wiggle your head as a yes. Deep breath in. Arms up, hips up. Don't want any tension in your neck. Exhale, release down with a hover. Deep breath in, hips up, arms up. Exhale, hover. We're going to go ahead and release that bottom down just for a second. Feel how you feel. Nice deep breath in. Exhale. Deep breath in. I want you to take your right foot on top of your left knee. Make sure your right foot is flexed. We're actually going to do that motion again, just on one leg. So when you're ready, inhale up, arms up, hips up. And this one, you're going to find that your right hip might want to sag a little. Just make sure you keep it up. Check in with it. And exhale, hover. Deep breath in. Arms up, hips up. Check in with your left foot. Make sure it's planted nice into the earth. And exhale, release in a hover. Deep breath in. Check in with your navel. Make sure it's going down to your spine on the inhale. And exhale, hover. 2 more of these. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly releasing it. Release that right leg. We're working our glutes to protect our psoas muscle. You can get a lot of back injuries and not even realize that it's directly related to that. So just maybe shake your left leg out a little bit. Maybe you need to stretch it. Any sort of organic movements you need to make, bend it up towards you, stretch it out. Because we are going to go over to the other side. So when you're ready, deep breath in. Take your left leg, plant the ankle on your right knee. Flex your left foot. Deep breath in. Check your hips are up and square and arms are overhead. And exhale, hover. Deep breath in. Navel to the spine, arms up, very active leg. Check your right foot, it's nice and planted. And exhale, hover. Deep breath in, arms up, navel to the spine. Square hips, very active legs, even on the left-hand side. Exhale, hover. 2 more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hover. And 1 more. Inhale. Last one. Exhale, release. Release that left leg down. Check that right leg. Maybe you need to stretch them both out. Stretch your arms out overhead. Just a nice big overall stretch from your fingertips to your toes. Point those toes. Move those ankles around. On the next inhale, I want you to bring your knees to your chest and wrap your arms around your knees. Just massage your back a little bit, your lower back. Circle your knees. Massage those hips. Come to a neutral and go the other way with them, whichever way you started. Go the opposite. Release any of that tension that was left in there from the other day or earlier today. Straighten out your legs. I'm going to do one last exercise before we get into Shavasana. And it's kind of funny, but I want you to take your legs straight up in the air if you can. This is uncomfortable, that's fine. You don't have to do this. You can just leave your legs straight. I want your hands planted next to your bottom. And I want you to take your right foot. You might feel some vibrating in your legs. That's fine. It's normal. It's just some muscle shaking. Take your right foot over to the right side. Leg up. This leg will shake a little bit. It's okay. Make sure both feet are flexed. And then you need to put your arms at a T. That might be a little bit easier. Or cactus arms, whichever you have room for. Now take that left leg and swing it over to the right leg so they're stacked on top of each other. You might need to shift your hips just slightly to make sure they're stacked, but make sure your shoulders are both planted on the ground. Take a deep breath in, navel to the spine. Exhale. On the inhale, I want you to take your right leg up. Or sorry, your left leg. Apologize. Your left leg. And then bring the right leg to meet your left leg. And we're going to go left leg down to the ground. Right leg is still up. And when you're ready, put the right leg on top of the left leg. Checking your shoulders are planted. Your feet are stacked on top of each other. So you might need to move your hips just slightly. And your navel is to the spine. Deep breath in. Exhale. And then exhale, bring your right leg up. And your left leg to meet the right leg so they can play happy together. Oh yeah, and then social distance them. So let's take your take your right leg to the ground and have your left leg up. And then bring your left leg to play nice because it's after May 1st. Nice deep breath in. Check your shoulders. Navel to the spine. Your hips should feel really nice right about now. Left leg up. Right leg meets the left leg. Left leg down. Right leg is still up. And right leg to meet the left leg. Check your shoulders. Nice deep breath in. Exhale. Deep breath in. Bring them both up. And plant them down on the ground. It's perfect for Shavasana. So however you like to take this time, you can go into corpse pose. Or you can do, I always like the butterfly, that always feels good on my hips. Or you can do legs up a wall, whatever you have access to. However, you can take this time to process the wonderful work that your body has done today, your commitment on the mat, your breath work. ready, bring some awareness into your body. Wiggle your toes and your hands. Rotate your ankles. Circle your legs around, your arms. Come over into the fetal position. Some little gratitude for where we came from. When you're ready, you can sit up. Just want to close with an Om when everybody's ready. Any organic movements you need to make. Hands to heart center. Deep breath in. Exhale. Deep breath in. Namaste. Thank you for joining me on my mat today, or your mat, not my mat.